Hello everyone, this is Archana Prasad from the team Ghidorah. The other two team members are Suyash Gupte, the team lead, and Mahesh Sawant. Our project topic is Sentiment Analysis of COVID-19 Tweets Visualization Dashboard, where we had to develop a Twitter sentiment analysis model to understand people's sentiment towards the epidemic and on the government's decision to extend the lockdown. First, let me show you the project and then move on to files and their working. Here we have four tabs: Map, which is the default tab, Analysis, Mental Health, and Quick Info. In the top, we have cards that show the number of positive, negative, neutral, and total sentiments, which we have calculated from the extracted tweets. This shows if people in general are feeling positive or not. Down here, we have visualization on the Indian map, which can be drilled down to districts. We have three sections here. In the sentiment analysis section, states are colored according to their sentiments. When we hover on a particular state, we can view the state's overall sentiment and the problems faced. To drill down on a district, we have to click on a state. On hovering, we see the district's sentiment and problems. We have divided the problems into 5 categories, and as you can see that this is today's data. We can view data of any of these days or even combine them all. Then comes the patient count section. Here you can see the number of patients of any district and state. We have a date-wise filter and a filter for the type of patients, that is, active, cured, or deaths. We can see the color of the map has changed. Then comes the mental health section. Here, each state is colored according to the impact which lockdown has on their mental health. For example, Gujarat is negatively affected, hence it is colored red. The source of this data is from a survey which we conducted. By clicking on the export button, we can save these maps as well. Now, moving on to the analysis tab. In the analysis tab, we have the real-time sentiments and cases side by side, which show today's data. On x-axis, we have time, and on y-axis, the count. The data is updated every 3 hours. We can see today at 9 a.m., we had these many sentiments. Down here, we have sentiments and patient count from 6th of July to 13th of July. That is last 8 days data. Tomorrow, it will show data from 7th of July to 14th of July. We can see the rise and fall of sentiments and patient count throughout these 8 days. On 8th of July, we see we have 382 deaths, whereas on 13th of July, we have only 148 deaths. In this way, we can observe the trend of cases. Then down here, we are displaying the top 10 states of India which have the highest sentiments and patient count. We see Maharashtra has the highest number of negative sentiments as compared to other states. In the next tab, we can see that the deaths are very low and cured cases are at an all-time high. Now all this data is of the entire country. We can drill down further into states and districts by selecting from this drop-down. You must have noticed the numbers on the cards also change. They display today's sentiment counts. Down, these are today's sentiments and cases. And down here, we have the sentiments and cases of the last 8 days. On selecting a district, we can view today's sentiments and cases. And down here, we can view the timeline and the patient count of the same district which we have selected. Next comes our mental health tab. The reason we implemented this in our project was to stress on the importance of mental health. Being in our houses for nearly 3 months and following social distancing is something which is not normal for us, and this can make an impact on our mental health. So, we conducted a survey asking people if the lockdown had any negative effect on them. You can also participate in this by taking this small quiz. The state and district which you provide here would be used in a mental health map in the Maps tab. If you say yes here, then at the end of this quiz, you would get a link. This link can help you further. Here is the analysis of our survey. We can view the percentage of people that are negatively affected by this lockdown, the age group of the affected, and also their gender. Then comes our last tab, that is the Quick Info tab. This tab is a one-stop destination for everything that is happening around. Above here, we have displayed the total number of cases, unlike the other tabs where patient count is displayed. On selecting a state, now we can view the number of deaths, active, cured, and total cases of the selected state. We can further drill down into districts and view its data. Down here, we have a services section which displays important announcements from the government. Here we have the announcements regarding Unlock 1.0 is our news section, which displays all the latest news. On clicking, we will be redirected to the news page and the entire article would be visible. Lastly, we have the tweets section where all the tweets related to COVID-19 would be displayed. This would make us aware of the problems people are facing. Our dashboard is compatible with mobile as well. Here is how it will look in a mobile phone. Now, let me explain you the working using this flowchart. We are extracting tweets using tweepy, including the location. Then, they are segregated on basis of the district and state. Using Vader sentiment analysis, we place tweets in three categories: positive, negative, and neutral. Using a multi-class text classification model, we are dividing the tweets into 5 problem categories that people are facing in lockdown. Then we have scraped latest news, announcements, and live patient count from government and other websites. Then comes the data which we have gathered from the survey we created. Using all the data and the data which is stored in Google Sheets, that is state and its districts, we visualize data using Tableau Public and Apex charts. We have then generated charts using this data for analysis. Let me explain to you our main file, that is realtime.py. So, this is the program used to extract the data needed for analysis. First, we extract tweets using realtime tweets function, then calculate sentiment count for each district. Then we store the data in date-wise format with count of problems faced. Then district-wise patient count is scraped from the internet. The old data is deleted because we visualize data of only 8 days for easier understanding. If any error occurs during the execution of any function, the program halts for 5 minutes and again executes the function. This sequence of functions is executed every 2 hours, but one cycle of execution needs 1 hour, so data is updated every 3 hours. Tweets are extracted using the Twitter API. Sentiment is calculated using Vader sentiment analysis. Tweets are cleaned before sentiment analysis. If the sentiment is negative, then problem classification model identifies what problem is being faced by the user. Then district is found for place from which tweet has originated. The tweet ID, content, place, district, problem faced, sentiment, and date is stored. Coming to contributions, ideas were pitched in by everybody. I have worked on the front end and UI. Mahesh has worked on the back end part. Suyash has worked on both front end and back end. During the making of this project, we faced 2 challenges, that is, using pandas data frame as a context variable in JavaScript. And the Twitter API had only 100 callbacks per hour. Also, the Google Sheets API has some limitations. So we needed to figure an appropriate time to refresh data so that none of the API callbacks are exceeded. Now, talking about our experience, what I would like to say is that this project kept me going in this lockdown period. Also, I have gained a lot of knowledge and learned how important a team is. I have discovered some of my interests, which now I'll be working upon. Overall, it was great.
Hello, this is Suyash Gupte, a team lead. This was my first project as a team lead, and my team was really great. Overall, the experience was really nice. I learned a lot about sentiment analysis and the Pandas Python library.
Hello, this is Mahesh Sawan. I feel I have used the entire time available in this lockdown wisely by working on this project. I gained so much knowledge and learned new things such as extracting tweets using Twitter API, performing sentiment analysis using Vader, and so much more. Thank you.